things that can help you be more productive, maximize your potential, and yes, increase the freedom that you enjoy as an entrepreneur, mostly through residual income, but in a lot of other ways as well. So in today's episode, I'm excited to share with you, especially if you're an iPhone user. So this episode is specifically for entrepreneurs who use an iPhone. There is a feature in the iPhone that a lot of entrepreneurs don't know about that for me has been life-changing. And I want to share this with you in this episode so that you'll know about it, so that you can use it to help you save time, to help you be more productive, to help you save your fingers and your hands from carpal tunnel syndrome, to help you pull your face out of your phone and be more present in reality. All of this can come from knowing about this feature that is in every iPhone. However, most people don't know about it. So what is this feature? And by the way, if you're tuning in live, say hello down below so I know you're here. Your comment should pop up on the screen so I can feature you and give you a shout out. If you're catching the replay, also shout out to the replay viewers. Do me a favor and hit hashtag replay down below so I know who's tuning in. So what is this feature? Well, first let me explain the problem that I found happening for me as an entrepreneur, and specifically as an entrepreneur who creates a lot of content. I spend a lot of time writing emails, creating PDF resources, writing social media posts, texting. What I found myself doing is having my face stuck in my phone, punching my thumbs back and forth. And after a while, I started to notice that the more I did this, the more my fingers would hurt, my wrists would hurt. We actually had a lady on one of our live member trainings a while back who was an online marketer, and she actually had to go to the doctor and had to have surgery on her wrists because she spent so much time punching her fingers into her phone. Well, I started noticing these things in myself, and I thought, is there a way for me to be able to voice dictate into my phone and have my voice speak the words that I want to write? And so I started looking at different options for doing this. One of the things that I found was that not a lot of voice dictation processes work very well. In fact, I just went skiing with one of my best friends, Andrew, who's an entrepreneur, and I've talked to him about this voice dictation thing a few times, and he says, I just don't find it super accurate, and then I have to go back and I have to correct it. And he was using an iPhone, and what he was doing in his voice dictation is he would just click on the little microphone and then dictate, and that's what he was doing. And I said, well, did you know about voice control? And he said, what's that? And I said, well, voice control is a feature in your iPhone. If you go into the settings and then go to accessibility, you'll see a little tab called voice control. And if you click that on, that will dictate the words you say in a way that I found to be extremely accurate. And he says, well, is it different than just clicking the microphone? And I said, I think it is. In my testing, it is. And so he started using this voice control, and it seems to have really changed his life. On the ski slopes yesterday when he had to do a text, he was using the voice control and he was speaking, and he would write like a whole paragraph in a text and be able to send it without having his face stuck in his phone, typing a whole paragraph of text. So if you don't know about this, I want to encourage you to turn it on and play with it. And then I also want to give you a couple of tips on how to use it. So first way to turn it on is just go into your settings, go to accessibility, find voice control, and then click on. Now, one thing that you need to know is when you turn it on, it will be on. So anytime you have something open where you can write something, it will listen and it will transcribe. So once you turn the voice control feature on, the next thing you need to know how to do is how to tell it to stop listening and start listening. And that's as easy as saying, stop listening. And when you do that, it'll kind of like pause it so it's not dictating everything you say. And then when you're ready to dictate, you just say, start listening, and then it's ready to go and you can dictate. That's the first thing you need to know. The other thing you can do to turn it off and on is you can just say, hey, Siri, turn on voice control, or hey, Siri, turn off voice control. And that way you can turn it on and off without having to go inside of your settings. So the other thing that I noticed with this voice control feature, I was doing some research on the internet the other day, and I said, what are the most accurate voice dictation features? And I found an article that had done a bunch of research on a bunch of different voice dictation programs, and they said the two best by far. And you can test all the different ones. I pulled up Google Docs the other day. So Google Docs also has a voice dictation built right into it. Hey, what's going on, Brandy? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. So Google Docs has a voice dictation, and I tested it this week. Not very good. Like I can turn it on and I can speak and it'll write, but it keeps like pausing and timing out, and it's not super accurate. So anyway, I found this article, and they said they tested all of them. And the best two that they found were the Apple Voice Control, which again is only for Apple products. You can turn it on the way that I've described in this video. And then the second one for Windows is a program called Dragon Naturally Speaking, which is $600 to get it on Windows, which I use a Windows desktop and I have Apple iPhone. And what I found myself doing, because I've tested the Windows stuff and it just does not work very well, I'm using my iPhone all the time because the voice dictation with that voice control is so good. It saves me so much time. When I compose emails, I'll open up a notepad and I'll speak my email and then I'll copy paste and get it in my email sending program. I use it for my texts. I use it so much. I use it for my notes in my journaling app in the morning. Lindsay says, love Siri, iPhone for life. Yeah, Lindsay, have you used the voice control? So that's what this video is about, is specifically the voice control feature in the iPhone. Have you used it? Do you know what it is? I'm curious. You're an iPhone user. I've been an iPhone user for a long time, and I did not know this feature was in here. And it is amazing for time saving and dictating things so you don't have to be punching with your thumbs all the time. So comment below, Lindsay, if you know about voice control and if you've used it. Would love to hear your experience. And if not, definitely turn that on and give it a shot. So yeah, I use it for in the morning time when I'm going through my morning routine. I'll have my phone up, and when I'm reading from a book, I'll dictate my notes into my notepad. And the voice control works amazing. The other thing that happened, Lindsay says, I have a little bit, but just recently going to start using it more now. Okay, cool. Yeah. I would love to hear about your experience. My friend Andrew, as I said, he was hesitant to use it. And yesterday, as he was getting it, and one thing he said was, he says, it's crazy how hard it is to start a new habit, because this was something new for him. But one thing I noticed about my friend and a lot of my friends is, they're typing with their thumbs so much, and their phone is just stuck in their face is stuck in their phone. So I kept on him about it. I was like, hey, turn on voice control, try it out, And so on the way home from the ski slopes, he was communicating with one of his attorneys over in Oregon. They're working on a real estate contract, and I heard him. He says, start listening, and then he starts talking. And he talked for like, I don't know, a minute or two. There must have been a text that was like this long. And when he was done, he just sent it. And I said, do you know how long that would have taken you to type with your thumbs? And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm really loving this. So anyway, yeah, definitely try it out. And then the other thing you can do with the voice control, aside from dictation. So I think just the dictation with it is probably the 20% that makes 80% of the difference in your life, being able to dictate things. But the other thing you can play with is when you have voice control on, you can say show numbers, and it will put little numbers on every clickable item on your screen, so that, let's say you're composing a text and you dictate a text, rather than clicking send with your finger, you can say 12, because it'll have a number on the send button, and then it will go ahead and send the text for you. So you can not only use the voice dictation to dictate, but if you say show numbers, it'll pop up numbers on your screen, and then you can say the numbers and click around on everything that's happening on your phone. And then to turn that off, you just say hide numbers. So anyway, this has been a huge lifesaver for me. Jeff says I use it all the time, love it, awesome. And I'm surprised how many people use iPhones and don't know about this. So I really wanted to make this video and make sure you are aware of that. The other thing that kind of goes along with that, if you haven't used the speak screen function, so when I make my notes and I'm reviewing them, I can say, hey, Siri, speak screen, and Siri will read me my notes in a really nice voice, which is great for review. And my friend Andrew, he was reviewing a contract, and he says, is there any way to get this phone to read me what's on this contract? And I said, yeah, say, hey, Siri, speak screen. So he was able to do that. So anyway, that's my tip for the day. Hopefully you found it valuable. I do these Good Parts episodes every day, Monday through Friday. So if you got value from this and want more from me, I'd love to encourage you to subscribe to me on whatever social media channel you're finding me on. And also, if you're interested in productivity, if you're interested in goal setting, if you're interested in, just maximizing your day in the best way you can, you might find great value in a couple of things that I have to offer you today that I'd love to share. Brandy says, totally not aware, but I will be giving it a whirl today. That's amazing. I so needed. So Paul, happy in my life today. Woohoo! Well, thank you for that, Brandy, and thanks for bringing me some happiness to my day as well. I really have so much respect and admiration for you, Brandy, and have had a lot of fun connecting with you and really enjoyed spending time with you in Salt Lake. So hopefully we get to do that again sometime in the future. So my two special offers for you today. One is I have a free giveaway for you if you want to subscribe to my email list. And I'm going to see if I can get this on the screen. It's called the Magical Morning Formula. And this is a training that I did that shares some really powerful things you can do each morning to set your day up in the most powerful way. It's 100% free. So if you go to growrichmastermind.com/magic, you can get the Magical Morning Training. And also, you'll also get a little PDF called the Little Book of Magic, which is a little resource that I created that has, I think, the world's most comprehensive list of powerful affirmations, along with some tips that can help make affirmations more effective for you when you use them. So that's free gift number one. And then the second thing I wanted to share with you is we recently added a new product in our product lineup in the company that I co-founded, and this little product is called Let's Goal. And if you go to pipelinemoney.com/magic, you can watch this video and learn all about this powerful productivity digital journal, planning, affirmation, digital vision board, super, super, super duper little awesome tool that I've been using for a few years and love, and a lot of people are using it and loving it as well. I just got this message from a friend of mine named Robin this morning, who was a little hesitant about it when I told her about it, but she said, all right, I'll give it a shot. And she just sent me this morning that says, FYI, I'm loving it. Minister Christian, who's a friend of mine, just posted today, I love my new app. It is the only app I have that keeps me encouraged and focused on my goals throughout the day. And it pays monthly for each referral. So if you want to learn about that, pipelinemoney.com/magic. And I'll share one last thing here before I close out. I went skiing yesterday with my friend Andrew, as I've mentioned, and it was such an amazing day. I told Andrew, I was like, I think this is the best skiing day of my entire life. There was so much powder. The weather was perfect. It was beautiful. And my friend Andrew, he took me to the very top of the mountain on these, they call them double black diamond runs, which are supposedly the most high level runs you can take. And he was taking me through the trees where the visibility was great, the powder was great, and it was just the perfect day. And I'll get to your question here in just a quick second, Gio. So we had this amazing day, and throughout the day, I was checking my email and noticing that I was having residual commission notifications coming in all day long. And by the end of the day, I had a stack of residual income notifications in my inbox from the residual income that I had built in my affiliate position in this company, the Home Business Academy. And I said to Andrew, I said, the only thing better than an amazing day skiing is getting paid all day while you are skiing. It was the most incredible thing, to think that the whole day I did very little work. I did do a live, but very little work, and I just had fun the whole day. And while I was having fun, I was getting paid a great income. That's what's possible with residual income. So this app that I've showed you, not only is it a very valuable app that can help you in all aspects of your life and business, but also if you like it and decide to share with others, you can grow a residual income where you too can be getting paid while doing things that you're finding fun and enjoyable That's the magic of residual income. So growrichmastermind.com/magic for the magical morning training. That'll also lead you to that app at the end if you want to check that out. Or if you just want to go straight to the app, pipelinemoney.com/magic. That'll take you right to the app presentation page. So Gio says, how are you doing that view? So Gio, I'm using OBS. And on OBS, you can have what are called scenes. So scene 1 is me facing the camera with the comments, and I have another scene set up that's desktop view. So it'll show my desktop and it'll shrink my camera view down, and you set all this up beforehand. So in OBS, all you do is you just switch between whatever scenes you want to show people during your live stream. So that's how I do that. If you're not using OBS, I really like OBS. It's free. You can use it to live stream to multiple places at once. And the video quality I have found is unmatched. I've used StreamYard. StreamYard's cool, but the video quality is fairly poor. It reduces your video quality down. But OBS, it's just crisp and clean, and I really love how it works. So definitely check that out. All right, guys. Well, that's it. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. Thank you, Brandy, Jeff, Lindsay, Gio, everyone who's tuned in. I believe in you guys. I hope you take action. Get out there, make it happen. Do good, share good things with people, deliver value to the marketplace, and I will see you back in tomorrow's episode of The Good Parts. Gio says that's super cool. I agree. All right, guys, have a good one. Take care, and bye.